I've been a Pokemon fan ever since I was a kid. It started more so with the anime, but then I played more games and overall came to enjoy the feeling of both the games and the anime. Although I didn't watch the entirety of the anime, I did look at the different series that are interesting, being Pokémon the original series, XY and XYZ, Sun and Moon, and now I'm watching Journeys and... oh man, if you know, Journeys is a complete mess of an anime. That's for a multitude of reasons I'm gonna be going over in this video, and if you guys enjoy, please subscribe, as 99.5% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. What are you doing? It's free and you can always not subscribe if you don't like the content. Ash's title as champion. You did it, you crazy son of a gun, you finally became champion. Took you 7 different regions to do it, and I can't believe we finally reached that. One of your most treasured goals you had since you were beginning in Pallet Town. But what happened to Ash's title as the Yellowland champion? Shouldn't that at least come with some perks? Does Professor Cerise even know about it? It's barely mentioned, so does anyone actually know that you're finally a champion now? So far it isn't even mentioned in the Journeys anime that he's champion, and for a goal that fans have been waiting for almost 2 decades, a bit more even, and now it's as if it has no relevancy, and that for long-time Pokemon fans is kinda disappointing if you ask me. It's only mentioned once in like episode 76 by 2 kids in Alola, but I mean, just the mention and the fact that they respected him, it's just these 2 kids and not anyone else for some different reason. Well, this is a good segue to my next problem in the anime, the goal. This series so far feels like a filler fest. The episodes aren't tied in except for sometimes. The story is just average at best most of the times, with a large amount of uninteresting fillers it has. Instead of having a destination like the next city to get to a gym, you're just exploring as a research lab partner. And whenever the episodes are connected, it's not too long until they're disrupted again. Also, whenever Ash travels to another region for said investigations, it's just way too quick, like at least stay the night or something. Your journey in that region can't just end that quickly. See what I did there? It's just too quick to move on to the different regions and the exploration. Every episode states a problem for an investigation to explore a certain small quest, then it's just all over and they return to the Pokémon lab. It's just wasted potential with the plethora of things they could have done. The most perfect example is the Darkest Day, which is the canonical story from the Sword and Shield game, where researching the legends of the Darkest Day and the warrior, or should I say warriors, who defeated the Darkest Day felt like a breeze. They didn't take no time at all discussing or exploring the story at all. It just happened in a couple of episodes which were connected, thank God for that at least, but it was just a couple of episodes and they went through it way too quickly. I mean, just come on, every episode feels so disconnected from the last one. It's just so annoying to see no sequence from the usual, oh, we're on our way to get to this gym badge and this city, and on the way we stumble upon different problems. In the earlier days, almost anything on the way would be fun, and the adventure would also be less grounded in reality, like the Island of Giant Pokemon episodes, which was an amazing episode from the days of the original anime series and original Ash. Other episodes, as well as the SSN episode where it syncs with our main cast, and it's one of the most fun and iconic episodes of the original series. Now, with the disconnected story comes the problem of the progression system, I guess you could call it, where Ash participates in this world-class championship where there are multiple classes ranging from regular, which is 1000 people and above, Great, which starts from 999 down to 100, Ultra, which ranges from 99 to 9, and Master, which is the best 8 trainers who take on a bracket-like tournament, I believe, by the end of the championship. Many normal people participate and climb up the ranks, but instead of this being an exciting and average gym battle, Ash progresses with a lot of off-screen fights we don't even witness, which makes it way worse, and the lowest blow they could possibly give us is that when we do see said fights, they're just not that exciting or raging with emotion. Back in my day, now I sound old, we saw all the battles Ash went through and the struggles to get his win, and using multiple Pokemon, and the battles being just intense and overall amazing. Journeys, on the other hand, just brushes them off way too quickly with off-screen climbing and shorter fights that don't leave a lasting impression. The development. And oh baby, to anyone who knows me, they can guarantee that I'm a sucker for good development. There are a lot of points here, and the first one being the usual Pokemon anime is Ash and his companions, not a very equal balance, but enough to flesh out the characters, found to an extent where it's all amazing except in Journeys. Ash looks like he's taking the backseat while Go is having more interactions with his Pokemon, and episodes are based off of him more so than Ash. Not by a lot, but it's something that sort of divides the fanbase a little bit. While it introduces a new character, the character we know and loved for the entire anime is being put in more of a backseat, and it would have been better if he was Go's mentor, but that's not really the case either. He still does offer advice from time to time, which makes it feel a bit better, but not much, since it's notorious how Ash is always nerfed before a new series. Also, Go just catches Pokemon with ease, not knocking out the Pokemon in a fight, which is kind of ridiculous to an extent, especially that Suicune. And now we have that whole Project Mew arc thing he is part of, and Ash is just dragged into there because of he's Ash and he's just gonna support Go as much as possible. The whole friendship spiel, you get it. The second point is Ash already has his full team kind of early on. Not by a very shocking number of episodes, but the bonds he built with them aren't as solid as the ones he had in the previous series, which to me is sort of disappointing, as in the previous series he'd have heartfelt moments with them and they would be very memorable, like Ash's Greninja and XY and XYZ, who remained relevant throughout the entire series, and his Infernape, which evolved from a Chimchar abandoned by Paul, who is Ash's rival, which I didn't watch, but the story is quite popular, so that's how I heard of that. In Journeys, he barely uses his Dragonite, while Lucario has the most focus on important events. Similarly, Galarian Farfetch'd just gets an entire training arc. Afterwards, he just doesn't seem to reappear. His Gengar isn't mentioned much further into the anime, except at the beginning. It took until episode 77, where Ash is now battling Volkner in the Ultra class, and he wins, causing his rank to go up to 68. And finally, there were more than 2 Pokemon used. He finally used Gengar again, after God knows how long, and from Volkner, Ash learns that Cynthia is also participating in the championship, which should make things more interesting, but only time will tell. In the end, the bonds were much more solid in previous series than Journeys. Yes, you heard me correctly, I mentioned Volkner and Cynthia. They're gonna be returning characters, as well as Iris returned and Dawn, but they only appeared for a singular episode each. They could have done way more with the reappearance of the old characters. He just fights Iris, and Dawn is kind of like a mentor for Chloe, which is the only character that gets decent enough development or good development in this series for now. But Dawn, like every female character, is chasing the Pokemon contest spiel, which is kind of annoying. It's a lazy concept having every single female trainer that Ash has seen just follow with the Pokemon contest thing. It's just way too overused and not very creative. And there's also Gary, who returns because of the whole Project Mew thing that Go was participating in, and he gets more involved in that, so he's the only character that sort of appeared for more than a singular episode for now. And my final point here is everyone's favorite trio of villains.
Prepare for trouble!
Make it double!
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse!
James.
Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meowth, that's right.
The things I do for views. Oh, and this BGM is the only theme for them. Any future versions are simply wrong, and you cannot change my mind about that one, Chief. Back to Team Rocket, who instead of catching their own Pokemon, they use a capsule vending machine owned by the Team Rocket organization. And they just get random Pokemon, which is a major setback to all the development they had seen in previous series. I mean, come on! Their development with their partners is so nice to see and fulfilling for this bunch of goofy criminals. It always felt fun seeing them bond with Pokemon they catch by using their bonds with them. It just felt way more satisfying than a random Pokemon capsule of a Pokemon that appears only once and then no attachment whatsoever. So far the only Pokemon they're attached with is a wild Morpeko that appears, but he was kinda annoying, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm kinda interested in that, and hopefully they catch something new and don't continue with the whole Pokemon vending machine thing, because it's just so annoying to see the goofy villains not get good development that they deserve. I think that's everything for now. No more complaints, and if you did keep up with the Pokemon Journeys, let me know down in the comments below of what you think of it, what I missed, and what other problems you noticed in the series. It's still only on its 83rd episode, so there's still potential for great improvement. We just have to believe, but until then guys, this is Pseudonymist here and I'll catch you later as the journey continues.